Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Thursday, June 10th, 2021. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Ministry of Agriculture has officially commissioned its new agriculture depot, a cold storage facility which will benefit farmers on Nevis. The significant ceremony took place on Thursday, June 10th at the Prospect Agricultural Station. Director of the Department of Agriculture, Randy Elliott, gave an overview of the project and the new facility, valued at some $500,000.
Depending on the food type, you're looking at about 25,000–30,000 pounds of food that can be stored here. And again, each chill is at different temperatures. You have temperatures ranging from 32 degrees Celsius that we store the leafy greens up to 50–60 degrees Celsius that we store the root crops such as this sweet potato, carrots, and so forth. I would just like to say thank you to all that supported this initiative. Thank you for the farmers who are now supporting the facilities. We see traffic from farmers basically every day coming here. And I do believe that this is a step forward in terms of food security and nutritional security here in the island of Nevis.
The facility has been named in honor of a former employee of the Department of Agriculture, the late Lawrenson Parry, a gesture which former Chief Extension Officer Walcott James was happy to endorse.
The fact that they decided to name this building behind him is, we really appreciate that. And we feel pleased to be part of this celebration today. And we'll be pleased to see the family here. I just want for you to understand that Parry was a dedicated man to this area, and he just deserved that. And for that, I will be glad. I'm glad for that. For the last 25 years, we have been saying we need to increase the storage facilities in Nevis. We just cannot compete without storage. You cannot consume all the tomatoes that you produce in 1 day or 1 week. You cannot consume all the cucumbers in 1 week. So therefore, personally, I feel grateful and thankful that we have this activity. I endorse it. I endorse the name of Mr. Paris having been selected to this name, and I'm looking forward for all the blessings that this brings for the agriculture sector in the island of Nevis.
The Honorable Alexis Jeffers is the Minister of Agriculture in the Nevis Island Administration, which has approved the naming of the facility in the honor of Lawrenson Parry.
These days you hear about food security, food sustainability in agriculture and the likes. Those buzzwords and phrases were not existing back then when Mr. Parry worked here at the Department of Agriculture. But I'm sure that his efforts and his exploits as a driver and as someone who worked within the department would have provided us with that foundation that we now speak about. And we can speak glowingly about food security and sustainability in agriculture because of the efforts of persons like Mr. Parry back in the day. This building was built because we understand the potential is there to do more. The potential is there to reach out to all our stakeholders and say, we have the goods that you're looking for or the products that you're looking for. We are talking about import substitution here in the Federation. How better way to start or how better way to address that than to ensure that post-harvest you have the goods that you need here in proper storage, fresh and ready to be consumed. So I want to declare this building open.
Together with Minister Jeffers, Jean Parry, the wife of the facility's patron, unveiled the signage and performed the symbolic ribbon cutting. The persons who attended Thursday's commissioning of the Lawrenson Parry Agricultural Depot were also given a tour of the facility. The Ministry of Health has identified a number of factors it says are driving the outbreak of COVID-19 in St. Kitts and Nevis. On the Tuesday, June 8th edition of the program Leadership Matters, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws discussed those factors.
Based on the information or data gleaned through contact tracing, we realize that the private and the public sector entities and individuals, they are not adhering to the COVID-19 prevention and control measures of, for example, the wearing of the face mask, hand sanitization, and evaluating employees upon arrival at work at the beginning of the workday.
The Ministry of Health has advised that the most common symptoms of COVID-19 that are being experienced in the Federation are nausea, abdominal pain, vomiting, diarrhea, severe headache, and body aches. Fever appears to be a late onset symptom.
What we found is that a number of employees are showing up and are coming to work while experiencing flu-like and COVID-like symptoms.
Persons who are experiencing any of the COVID-19 symptoms are asked to call their primary care doctor, district medical officer, the respiratory clinic at 665-5473 or dial 311 for advice. Do not leave home, travel on public transportation, visit public places, or go to the hospital or health centers before calling.
The Ministry of Health, is strengthening the contact tracing process by increasing the cadre of staff or personnel who will be engaging the contacts of the cases. We are increasing our testing capacity, so one mobile unit will be added to the fleet. We are also increasing the number of case managers who will be supported by the A&E physicians. We are establishing a COVID-19 isolation site, and we hope to launch the SKN mobile app that's going to help us to monitor the cases and contacts. We need to engage the key stakeholders to help public and private entities improve and adhere to the COVID-19 prevention and control measures.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws. The Ministry of Education is recruiting dynamic, energetic, responsible, and innovative persons to join the teaching profession in Nevis. The ministry is now accepting applications for its 2021 Prospective Teachers course. Candidates must possess a minimum of 5 CSEC subjects at the general proficiency level, grades 1, 2, or 3, or 5 GCE ordinary level passes in English A, mathematics, social studies, history or geography, integrated science, human and social biology, agricultural science or pure science, and 1 additional subject. Acceptable passes for Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination CAPE are grades 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Application packets can be collected from the Department of Education between 8:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. The application deadline is noon on Friday, June 18th, 2021. For further information, contact the Department of Education at 469-5521 extension 5080. Dr. Debbie Isaac has advised that assistance is available to stakeholders in schools who may need psychosocial support as they deal with the impacts of COVID-19. Dr. Isaac is the Chief Education Officer in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Our guidance counselors within our schools would be available to provide the necessary support that students may need at this time. Families that are in need of psychosocial support are asked to reach out to their school's counselors for assistance. I must mention the need to continue to support our staff and students as they seek to finish this year strong. Despite what prevailed last year, our teachers and students continue to work extremely hard and demonstrate resilience.
She was at the time delivering an address on the way forward for schools in St. Kitts and Nevis.
All public and private primary and high schools will remain closed for face-to-face instructions for the remainder of the academic year. This decision, under the advice of the Ministry of Health, was taken as a proactive measure to prevent the further spread of the COVID-19 virus in our schools and to keep both our students and staff safe. We encourage all of our stakeholders to continue to follow best practices by wearing your masks, washing your hands, and observing your distance.
The Chief Education Officer also gave updates on students' remote learning, regional examinations, teachers' end-of-term duties, and graduation or Thanksgiving services. The Medical University of the Americas MUA and the Nevis Island Administration NIA have issued a call for the MUA NIA scholarships for the 2021-2022 cycle. The MUA and NIA will offer 2 scholarships to well-deserving high school graduates with a sound academic record. Scholarships will be awarded towards the pursuit of undergraduate studies which lead to a degree at an accredited university or higher learning institution. The scholarships can be awarded for up to 4 years of study at University of the West Indies, any 4-year U.S.-based institution, or the Medical University of the Americas. The priority areas include environmental health, optometry, dental hygiene, occupational or speech therapy, nursing, health education, biomedical engineering, health information management, occupational health and safety, radiography supply chain management in health, or social work. MUA NIA scholarships will be awarded to begin studies in August 2021 to February 2022. Candidates must be at least 18 years of age, be a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis, have at least 5 CSEC passes including mathematics, English, and 1 science, and be active in community service. Applications will be accepted until Friday, June 25th, 2021. They must be typewritten and submitted in hard copy to Chairperson MUA NIA Scholarship Committee in care of the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Administration Building, Charlestown, Nevis. Questions about eligibility and other matters regarding the application process can be forwarded to min.health@nia.gov.com or to Permanent Secretary Shalisa Martin Clark at 469-5521, extension 6490. And that's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.